You have a strategy that works. You've seen it work, right? You had the winning trade to prove it. So why are you still losing money? Not just sometime, but consistently. Month after month, you study more, you watch more videos, you adjust the strategy, you find a better entry, you try a different setup, and the result stay the same. I want to tell you something that took me a long time to accept. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what the problem actually is. And the one thing I changed that made more difference to my trading than any strategy ever did. If that sounds good to you, let's get to it. If you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Karl. I'm an NQNES trader. No magic system, no empty promises. I'm just a real trader documenting what actually works and what doesn't. Good to have you here. Here's what most traders do when they're losing. They look at the strategy. They tweak the entry. They change the stop. They add an indicator. They watch more YouTube. They buy a course. They join a Discord. And when that doesn't work, they find a completely new strategy and start all over again. I did this for longer than I want to admit. For me, orb didn't work, or so I thought. Price action, volume profile, support and resistance. And then I came back to orb, but with better orb rule this time. The strategy changed, the loss stay. And the frustrating thing is, every single one of those strategies work. When I was in the right state of mind, followed the rule exactly, and didn't let emotion touch the trade, they work. The problem was never the freaking strategy. The problem was me. Specifically, the gap between how I trade on my best days and how I trade on every other days. Let me be specific about what that gap looked like. On a good day, I'll wait for the setup, check the bias, watch the range form, let the breakout develop, enter a clear level, set the stop loss, and walk away. On bad days, and this is the honest version, I'll see some time that look like the setup, I'll feel the urgency, I'll tell to myself, I have a good feeling about this, it's close enough. And I had entered before the checklist was done. Same strategy, completely different execution. That inconsistency, that gap between your best trading and your average trading is what costing you money. Not the strategy, the gap. Here's why this matters. A strategy has an edge only when it's executed consistently. The moment you start applying it selectively, when you feel like it, when you're calm, when the trade looks perfect, the edge disappears. You're not trading a strategy anymore. You're trading your mood. And honestly, I really think this is why over 90% of people are still failing at trading. Most trader knows this is the problem. They felt it. So they try harder. They tell to themselves to be more disciplined. They write down rules on a sticky note. They promises themselves tonight that tomorrow will be different. And for a day or two, it's different. Then it isn't. Because willpower isn't a system. It run out. It fluctuates with your sleep, your stress, your last trade, your morning. You cannot rely on willpower to produce consistent execution. It's the wrong tool for the job. What you need instead is a process that removes decision in the moment. Sometimes that tell you whether you should take the trade before your emotion get involved. And that's what I built. Before every single trade I take, I run through a 5-category scoring system. Structure validation, risk management, execution discipline, emotional control, and rule consistency. Each category is worth 2 points. Maximum score is 10 points. The rule is simple. If the score is below 7, I don't take the trade. No exception. No close enough. No, but the setup look really good. Below 7, I walk away. And that's tough. What this does, it takes the decision out of the moment. It's not asking myself, do I feel ready? Or does it look good? I'm running a process that gives me a number, and that number decide. On my best day, I score a 9 out of 10, and the trade almost executes itself. On my worst day, the day when I would have taken a bad trade in the past, I score a 5 or a 6, and I don't trade. I close the platform and go do something else. And here's what I found when I started tracking this properly. The trade I lost money on, almost all of them had a score below 7. The trade I made money on, almost score 7 and above. The strategy didn't change. The scoring system just stopped me from destroying my own edge on the bad days. I put a lot of work into making this content free and honest. If you find any value in it today, I would really appreciate if you could hit the like and the subscribe button. It means everything to a channel like this. Now, I want you to sit with something for a second. If you have a strategy that works, and most of you watching this, I'm pretty sure you do, then your results aren't the strategy problem. They're an execution problem. An execution problem don't get fixed by finding better setup. They get fixed by building a process that keeps you executing the same way every single day, regardless on how you feel, what happened yesterday, or what the market is doing. The discipline score isn't a magic fix. It's just a mirror. It shows you exactly where your process breaks down. And once you can see it clearly in a number before the trade, you can do something about it. That's the difference between traders who have a good strategies and traders who make money from them. It's not the strategy. It's never been the strategy. So let me recap. 1, if you have a strategy that works and you're still losing, the strategy is probably not the problem. 2, the problem is the gap between how you execute on your best day and every other day. 3, willpower doesn't close that gap. A scoring process does. 4, when the score is below 7, you don't trade. The discipline decide, not the mood. I'm pretty sure you already have what you need to be profitable. What you might be missing is a way to access it consistently. And trust me, I was there not so long ago. I keep repeating this, but I was there not so long ago. That's what the discipline score is for. And by the way, comment checklist below and I'll send you the pre-trade discipline score system I use before every single trade. It's free. And it might be the thing that finally make the strategy work the way you know it can. Thank you. Have a great day.